Hi there, and welcome to This Day in History for April 8th. April 8th is the 98th day of the year in the Gregorian calendar, 99th in leap years, with 267 days remaining to the end of the year. Today's word is placate. Placate is a verb that means to appease or soothe, especially by concessions. An example sentence using the word placate might be, "She gave her fuzzy toddler a cookie in an effort to placate him." The word placate comes to us from Latin. First known use of the word placate is in the late 1600s. Placate. And with that, in the year 1079, the Bishop of Winchester, Bishop Walklin, began work on a new cathedral. It only took 14 years to complete. That may seem facetious, but I say only because they didn't have things like cranes and high-rise equipment and concrete trucks. It was all manual labor. Many similar projects took a lot longer than 14 years. But on April 8th in the year 1093, a new Winchester Cathedral was dedicated by Bishop Walklin, the first Norman Bishop of Winchester. Winchester Cathedral, by the way, is the cathedral of the Church of England and is one of the largest cathedrals in Europe. In 1665, English colonial patents were granted for the establishment of the Monmouth Tract for what would eventually become Monmouth County in northeastern New Jersey. The statue known as Venus de Milo was discovered on the Aegean island of Milos on April 8th, 1820. The statue is thought to have been created somewhere between 130 and 100 BC to represent Aphrodite, the Greek goddess of love and beauty. The statue is sculpted from marble and is a great example of ancient Greek sculpture. That said, I've long wondered how and why Roman name for this particular goddess was applied to this Greek statue of a Greek goddess found on a Greek island. But I don't quite have an answer for that. The Venus de Milo currently resides on permanent display in the Louvre Museum in Paris. Before we move on to today's song, I'll mention that many things have happened on April 8th throughout history, and I have made episodes for April 8th in the past. I'll be sure to add links for some of those in case you'd like to see them. Today's song is The Look by Swedish pop duo Roxette. The song was written by a band member as an exercise while trying to learn how to operate a new synthesizer he'd recently acquired. Initially intended simply as a learning exercise, the song got hold of him and they took it into the studio. The Look was released in January of 1989 and hit number 1 on the Billboard Hot 100 on April 8th, 1989, as well as reaching the top of the charts in some 25 countries around the world. The Look by Roxette, number 1, April 8th, 1989. Link in the description. And I think that's going to do it for us today. Thank you so much for watching. Consider subscribing if you haven't already. Feel free to share this video with a link in your email, messaging, or social media. If you enjoyed this series, you can check out the playlist that contains these videos. I'll put a link to that in the description. That description lives on YouTube, so for other platforms, I'll include a link to my blog page that's called No Really. You can also find me on Rumble, Parler, BitChute, and Getter. All those links in that description. Alrighty, that's all I could think of right now. Thanks again, and I'll see you next time. Do not disturb.
Okay, I turned Do Not Disturb on.
Good job. Third time better be a charm. One more time. Are you making some sound? Get on out of here. And we're gonna edit that out. Flinging happiness all over the place. Alrighty, back to work. I think we got it this time.